Hello everyone, it is me, Chris. I hope you're having the best of your life. I know that I am. I am sitting here with my Tempest Nicaraguan. Is it Medius? This is my Alec Bradley Tempest Nicaraguan cigar. I have smoked a couple of these so far. Both have been very, very, very tasty. So, ah, a great fruity flavors, good medium body. The type of cigar I love. This is a good cigar to find. So I'm a believer that in life, things tend to find you rather than you finding it. Your job is just to make sure you're taking action, you make sure you're in motion, make sure you're doing your best, and eventually things just kind of find you. And for me, like any other good romance, any other good love affair, cigars found me. They found me in a time in my life when I was stressed, when I was super, super anxious. I am someone in my family we all suffer from. I'm going to try to use some matches today, guys. We'll see how this goes. I am someone, these are not cigar matches, these are just matches, so we'll see how it goes. But so I am someone that in my family we've all struggled with anxiety. And so I will do really, really well, but I've definitely had a few panic attacks in my day. And it's just something in my family we find ourselves dealing with. And so for me, when I had my first business, I was 18 years old. I was living in my car for a minute, and the stress finally got to me after having my business for that long. And I remember one day, see, this isn't too bad. One, uh, uh. One day, I just felt spent. I was full of enthusiasm, piss, and vinegar. And one day, I was just done. And so basically, I was having a panic attack, a pretty severe one. And so I was lying in bed after having this panic attack, and what happened was, after lying in bed having this panic attack, I was like, I need to find something to relax. And recently, I was reading about Winston Churchill, and I thought, Winston Churchill loves cigars. I don't think I'm gonna make it a habit, but if he loves cigars, it can't be too bad. And so I went down to the local Shady, is like a vape shop, right? But it was good vaping back then too. But it was just like it wasn't like a good cigar shop or anything else. The humidor probably was lousy, didn't take care of anything, all that stuff. I could be wrong, but just kind of first impressions tend to stick. And so I went in and said, hey, I have no idea about cigars. What do you recommend? And this guy says, I recommend a Romeo and Julieta. Guys, I've never used matches to light cigars, so this is hilarious. He said, I recommend a Romeo and Julieta, and it's a good first timer cigar. It's the ones that guys use when they graduate high school. It's the ones that, newbies smoke. Gotta get it. What? Am I going to pull through it? Holy moly, I did it, guys. I did it. I did it. Rough job, it worked. Back to what I was saying with all of it. So, basically, I got one. I got my cigar. I, I went home, and honestly, I thought I'd be really cool by showing off that I was smoking a cigar for a minute. But I started smoking it, and I was like, this is interesting. I kind of like this. I inhaled, so I didn't know what I was doing. Got really sick, went to bed. Didn't touch it for a while. But I remember a few weeks later, we had a really big snowstorm, like 14 inches of snow there in Virginia. And as I was doing other work, I was lying in bed and I was watching The Sopranos, which is a great show, by the way. Cheesy show. I love Chris in Sopranos, by the way. Chris is awesome. Idiot in the show, but he's awesome. But back to what I was saying with all of it. So I thought, and also you notice that Tony Soprano smokes cigars too. I was like, I need to try a cigar again. So I went down to the local gas station, or maybe in a Kroger. I bought a cigar. I went outside. Snow was coming down. It was cold. It was wet. Everything else. Cold and wet. Good stuff. But good start to a conversation right there. But besides that, no, warm and wet. Sorry. Kids, don't be watching. I'm bad. All right, back to what I was saying though. So I remember just going there, grabbing a cigar, and I was anxious. I was like all this like bad thoughts, everything else. My mind was racing, and I remember I just went on the porch. I sat there. I did this, and I did nothing. And all my fears, all my worries, all my anxiety, everything else just kind of faded away. It was gone. And I was like, huh, like I really feel like I'm taking care of myself with this. And so that's what really started me falling in love with cigars. And so when I first fell in love with cigars, it was kind of like a love affair. It's kind of like something where you meet someone for the first time and you love them. You have a weird attraction to them, but you just know it won't work out. Like let's say you live in different cities, different states, whatever else it is. But you just kind of can't forget them. They just kind of stick in the back of your head. They'll say, they kind of like cigars. You start having once or twice. You start writing them letters. You send them some messages. You know, send them some messages on the Instagram, all that stuff, and then before you know it, you're talking, and you're talking some more, and you're enjoying your cigar some more, and before you know it, you really are talking, and before you know it, suddenly you're making time to see each other, even if you maybe live in different cities, or in fact maybe you moved closer together now, maybe the distance is no longer an issue, and now you're talking, now you're enjoying to this company, everything else, and before you know it, you're intertwined, you're together, and love has blossomed, and romance is beautiful. It turns something great. And so for me, cigars, I almost have like this odd romantic story with it, where the more I have them, the more I like them, the more I want them, the more beautiful I find them, the more interesting I find them, and the more I want to maintain this habit and this hobby. And share it with people because it's so exciting and amazing. That being said, if you're not a tobacco user, that's totally fine. I don't recommend you use tobacco. I think cigars have incredible, incredible mental health benefits. I'm not sure about the physical health benefits. They may be killing me, but for me, I think I'm willing to live with that, and I love this so much. Same as with many women. But besides that, which we love our women. We love our women here. I have many sisters, and I have some amazing women in my life. But um, yes, they sometimes kill us slowly. But let's go with that. But worth it. I'm just, but maybe. But a cigar to me is very, very worth it. A cigar to me is kind of finding a love that I can grow old with. I can enjoy forever. And hopefully that does not cause too much tooth decay. But that is why we have toothbrushes and toothpaste and mouthwash and all that good stuff. But finding cigars to me and finding new ones, it's like every day you have a brand new girlfriend that you're madly in love with, and you can't wait to get back home to and to take out to the town and to show up to the world. And that's how I feel whenever I have a good cigar. I feel love, I feel joy, and I love it. I'm just like, do, 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 do. Like a little bit of this, a little bit of this, oh, it's a little bit of this, a little bit of this. They allow you to transcend our existence now and enjoy life for what it is and enjoy life for what it could be. Let's go with that. I like that even better. Enjoy life for what it can be, which is amazing, calming, relaxing, and full of joy, full of love. And especially during the season of work when I'm working my tail off. This is the snack, the treat, the delight that I need to get me through my days and to make me happy, 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 happy. I believe happiness is a choice, and this is why I choose happiness in the form of a delicious, delicious cigar. But anyway, gentlemen, what do cigars mean to you? Why do you love cigars? What made you fall in love with cigars? What made you just like, ooh, when you come back to a cigar at the end of the day? What makes you excited for them? Who was your like cigar hero? Let's go with that. For me, it was reading about Winston Churchill and Patton. Because Patton always left a huge impression on me. But Winston Churchill, one of the greatest speakers of all time, saved England a couple times. Total badass. Everything he did was bad to the bone. And lived his life vigorously. He was also a gentleman. He was also an accomplished painter and artist and writer, despite everything else he did. So never forget the great Winston. He was the true top G. But besides that, also drink a bottle of scotch and sleep till noon every day, which also I can condone that behavior as well. However, I don't drink scotch, but I wish I did. Anyway, guys, love you all. I am Chris. Have the greatest of your life. I will sit back and enjoy my cigar. Anyway, I'll see you later. Adios, adios. Goodbye, goodbye. Subscribe, subscribe. I'll see you around, all right? Bye-bye.